Assalamu alaikum. This is Nusrat Islam welcoming you all to the evening news. Prime Minister Tareq Rahman today called on athletes not to be affiliated with any political party or group during professional sports tenure, saying rather they should represent the country through sporting excellence. PM said this while addressing the inaugural ceremony of the sports card and allowance distribution program at his office here this morning. The Prime Minister launched the initiative electronically transferring 1 lakh taka to the bank accounts of 129 athletes, bringing athletes from 20 disciplines under a formal state salary structure for the first time in the country's history. He also announced that a state broadcaster Bangladesh Television will launch a nationwide youth talent hunt called Notun Kuri Sports, beginning in Sylhet on 30th April. The allowance fulfills a manifesto pledge made ahead of the 2026 national elections to establish sports as a viable profession.
ঐকান্তিক ইচ্ছা আর টিম স্পিরিট থাকলে আপনাদের সাফল্যজনক অগ্রযাত্রায় কেউ বাধা হয়ে দাঁড়াতে পারবে না বলে আমি দৃঢ়ভাবে বিশ্বাস করি। পেশাদার খেলোয়াড়ি জীবনে আপনারা কোনো রাজনৈতিক দল বা গোষ্ঠীর প্রতিনিধি নন বা হবেন না দয়া করে, বরং ক্রীড়া নৈপুণ্য দিয়ে দেশের প্রতিনিধি হয়ে উঠবেন আপনারা। নারীদের ক্ষমতায়নের জন্য আমরা এর মধ্যে ফ্যামিলি কার্ডের কাজ শুরু করে দিয়েছি। হতে পারে এই মুহূর্তে স্কেলটি ছোট, কিন্তু ধীরে ধীরে আমরা এটিকে ইনশাল্লাহ লক্ষ্যে নিয়ে যাব। ঠিক একইভাবে কৃষকদের জন্য আমরা একটি কৃষক কার্ড ইন্ট্রোডিউস করার কথা বলেছি, যেটি ইনশাল্লাহ 14 এপ্রিলে টাঙ্গাইল থেকে এটির পাইলট প্রজেক্টের কাজ আমরা শুরু করতে যাচ্ছি।
The measles outbreak is becoming increasingly severe across the country. The number of children infected by this contagious disease is rising at an alarming rate in the capital and nationwide. According to data from the Directorate General of Health Services, nearly 700 children have been infected across the country so far. The disease is spreading rapidly in the Rajshahi division. In recent months, at least 47 children have died from measles in this region. In the face of this dire outbreak, the health department has directed all hospitals to open separate isolation wards for infected children. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health has formed a 3-member committee to investigate the causes behind the surge in cases and the high mortality rate in the Rajshahi region. This morning, the committee led by Professor Dr. Firdaus Hasnath, head of the pediatric department at DMCH, along with Dr. Rafiqul Islam, the health affairs secretary of the BNP, visited Rajshahi Medical College Hospital. Following the inspection, they urged the public not to panic and to remain health conscious. Health Minister Sardar Mohammad Mosaddak today has announced that additional utilators are being arranged and more nurses are being recruited to treat critically ill measles patients. The minister shared this information today at the Secretariat, noting 604 crore taka has already been allocated for the procurement of vaccines, which will be sourced through UNICEF. During the briefing, Health Secretary Mohammad Kamruzzaman Chaudhry confirmed the vaccines will begin arriving in the country in phases starting from the first week of April. Prior to these announcements, health officials met with the U.S. ambassador to discuss American cooperation in the healthcare sector.
18 সনে একটা ক্যাম্পিং হয়েছে, সেই এরপরে কোনো ক্যাম্পিং হয় নাই। এখন যে মিজেলসগুলো হচ্ছে, ওদের মধ্যে যে আউটব্রেক হয়েছে, যারা ভ্যাকসিনেটেড না তাদের মধ্যে বেশি করে মারাত্মকভাবে মিজেলসটা দেখা দিয়েছে। আমরা 604 crore টাকা আমরা ইপিআই খাতে বরাদ্দ করেছি। আমরা যত প্রম্পটলি পারি ইনশাল্লাহ আমরা টিকা আনবো।
Despite no increase in fuel prices and no disruption in supply, filling stations across the capital are witnessing unprecedented crowds. Driven by unfounded rumors, a segment of consumers is desperately rushing to top off their vehicle tanks. At the front line of this crisis are the service station workers who, despite providing uninterrupted service, find their well-being at risk. These employees are working exhaustive shifts from dawn until late night under immense pressure. They are afforded neither the opportunity for rest nor time for regular meals. Compounding this physical toll is the persistent verbal abuse and physical harassment they endure from agitated customers. However, policymakers have reaffirmed that there is no price hike. Rather, they emphasize that this very rush at the pumps is the primary architect of the current artificial crisis. Following an 80% surge in aviation fuel prices, airlines have increased domestic fares by an average of 1,200 taka and international fares by up to 5,000 taka per ticket. Due to the regional instability caused by the conflict imposed on Iran by the United States and Israel, the Energy Regulatory Commission has abruptly increased jet fuel prices by 80%. Consequently, the price of jet fuel has risen from 95 taka per liter to 202 taka per liter. Protesting this price hike, private airline officials stated that the rising cost of domestic tickets may drive passengers towards alternative modes of transport. They further cautioned that failing to compete with foreign carriers could force domestic airlines to scale back operations. Experts warn that unless this fuel price hike is immediately reconsidered, many flight destinations may be suspended, leading to a potential loss of government revenue. A total of 394 people were killed and 1,288 others injured in 377 accidents across road, rail and waterways during this year's Eid-ul-Fitr journey. Passenger Welfare Association disclosed the findings at a press conference held today at the Dhaka Reporters Unit in the capital. The organization's report covers a 15-day period from the start of the Eid rush on 14th March to the return of commuters on 28th March. According to the report, road accidents accounted for the highest casualties, with 346 incidents on highways, resulting in 351 deaths and 1,046 injuries. During the same period, 23 railway accidents claimed 35 lives and left 223 injured. Additionally, 8 accidents occurred on waterways, leaving 8 dead, 19 injured and 3 people missing. The sitting of the 13th Jatiyo Sanshad resumed at 3:30 p.m. today at the Jatiyo Sanshad Bhavan here, with Deputy Speaker Barrister Kaisar Kamal in the chair. The day's proceedings began with recitation from the Holy Quran. The first session of the 13th Jatiyo Sanshad began on 12th March. Later, Speaker Hafizuddin Ahmed adjourned the session on 15th March until 29th March due to Eid-ul-Fitr and other public holidays after only 2 sittings. Chittagong Port Authority has once again achieved zero waiting time for vessels at the port, making a significant turnaround in port efficiency after a brief disruption earlier this year and the recent rush during the Eid-ul-Fitr holidays. The milestone means the ships no longer need to wait at the outer anchorage, allowing immediate berthing upon arrival. This has reduced vessel turnaround time, accelerated import-export activities, and lowered overall logistics costs. The port had first reached zero waiting time in September last year and maintained the status consistently through October, November, and December. However, operations briefly slowed from late January to early February due to work disruptions and other factors. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's all popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondar Khabor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.